It's Championship Thursday in Jackson, and in a little over an hour and a half, a gold ball will be lifted in exultation out at midcourt, and the title will be earned. And even better, the matchup happens to be between District 2-7A rivals. The Lady Wave of Tupelo entered tonight 28-4 after a heart-racing 62-61 win over Northwest Rankin, looking to repeat as the last team standing in 7A. On the other side, 25-6 Starkville is playing in their first title game since 2018 and enters with the confidence of taking 2 of the first 3 meetings against their title game opponent. And with that, we welcome you into the Big House and our championship coverage sponsored by Super Chicks. Dylan Hutton alongside Ramon Gary with updates coming from Greg Ellis as we begin our countdown to tip-off on the Golden Wave Sports Network. And Ramon, it's good to see you back here. We were blessed to get to call last year's title bout March 2nd, 2024 as the Lady Wave down Germantown 47-38 for their first title since 01 and second overall. What a relief it was for Coach Justice, the girls, and that staff. With that being said, these trips are not guaranteed, and it's easy to get tripped up on the path here. Yet for the third straight year, they take the floor in the Big House with a trophy on the line. What does that say about the program that Coach Justice has built and the consistent ability for them to will their way to this point in the year in and year out now for 3 straight years?
Yes, like you said, it's truly a blessing to be here today, to be back in the Big House playing for another championship. And like you said, Dylan, these games are not guaranteed. And I think it's even harder to make it back here because everyone is outgunning for you. Everyone wants to knock off the champions. And to be able to play for a championship for 3 years in a row now is truly a testament to how, of all the hard work these players and these coaches have put in, all the workouts, in the summer, the practices that they go out throughout the year has allowed them to make it back here yet again to compete for another championship.
And you see it a lot. Teams that have all the hype in the preseason never get back here. Some don't even come close.
Absolutely.
Some fall flat even in the regular season. But this group, whatever it is about them, they got something in them that gets them to this point.
Absolutely. Like I said, just all the hard work and, like I said, the experience of our team. I think that's why we were able to pull off that last game and just not quitting and just finding a way to win.
And speaking of last game, it is the last game for a core group of seniors, especially the trio of Nadia Norfleet, Jade Rucker, and Bailey Siddell. How do you expect each of them to play tonight with nothing left to lose?
Like you said, for the seniors, this would be their last high school game ever. So I'm expecting them to just leave it all out on the court tonight. I'm expecting them to play like it's no tomorrow.
These two teams, as we mentioned, are familiar with each other. This will be the 4th meeting between Tupelo and Starkville this season. Tupelo has dropped 2 of the 3 matchups against Starkville. How much do those previous games affect this one as the Lady Wave take the floor to begin in the warm-up period? We've got about 13 minutes, but how much do those previous meetings affect tonight?
Yeah, well, the previous games matter, but they don't matter. They matter because when you play these teams 3 or 4 times throughout the year, you kind of learn their tendencies of the other team, what players can shoot, what kind of defenses they may like to run, the tempo, do they like to play fast, do they like to play slow? But at this point in the season, everyone knows your plays, so it's come down to one thing, and that one thing is execution. I can remember playing against teams in the playoffs, and, hey, we knew their whole playbook. But if they executed that play, you really couldn't stop it. So I think it's going to come down to execution of your game plan today.
And the players making the plays in the big-time moments, and that's what this team has done consistently throughout the last couple of years with Coach Justice. Well, good news is we get to hear from Coach Justice. Greg Ellis called up with Coach a couple of minutes ago, so we'll play that interview for you when we return from that interview. We'll go over each team's path to the championship game, some trends and storylines. Some bode well for the Golden Wave, I might add. Then we'll get starting lineups and get Ramon's keys to the game before we get things tipped off from the Big House here in Jackson. This is Tupelo basketball on the Golden Wave Sports Network presented by Super Chicks. Let's go to Greg's interview with Coach Justice.
All right, Dylan, I'm with Coach Matt Justice. And Coach, obviously huge game tonight, 3rd straight year in the finals. You got here after an unbelievable comeback against Northwest Rankin. Did you have to bring them down a little bit and regroup after such an emotional win like that?
No, they've been here before. They've been in that type of game before. In the semifinals last year the same way. So the experience, and they know what our ultimate goal is. So they know we're going for a championship. One thing I'm proud of them is they never got rattled, or they kept their head down and kept working and won the game and got back in the championship game. And they've been locked in the whole time.
This is now, in the last 3 years, your sixth game in this arena, which is, it's different. It's a bigger arena. Your depth perception can be a little off. But that experience, how much does it help?
Oh, it's daylight and dark, from first year to second year. So, I'm counting on this year to, even be even better for some of those seniors and juniors that played in it last year. Some played for the first time last year, and now they're in their second year down here. The seniors, from first year to now, you can just tell they're a lot more comfortable with the floor and, the process of everything. Just all the lights and the cameras and all that stuff, that's big for a first-time player when they come down here.
Right.
And so to be able to be in that already and kind of see it, I think it brings comfort to the ones that hadn't been, so that I'm hoping that helps and gives us a little bit of an advantage.
Starkville, you're obviously very familiar with them, played them tons over the years. This is now the fourth time this year you've played. What is the key to beating them?
Control the paint. I feel like if we control the paint, we win. If they control the paint, they win. I think it comes down as simple as that. We can keep them from getting in the paint and limit their putbacks in the paint and touches close to the rim. I feel good about our chances, and if we can't control that and they dominate us in that area, I think they have the advantage and have the opportunity to win the game.
In your last two games, going back to Hernando, you have forced over 60 turnovers. You talking about the keys for your defense, but overall your defense has been unbelievable in this stretch.
Yeah, and that's for tonight. That's got to be our key is to use our strengths. We know their strengths. We're trying to eliminate those, but we got to use our strengths to our advantages. We're fast, we're athletic, we can run, we can defend. So we got to make sure we don't play their style. We play our style and not fall into their type of game.
You guys left Tupelo at 10 o'clock this morning. What's your day been like?
Same routine we had last year. We took our time getting down here. I had a team meal together at Nukes, and then we went over to the mall area there and let them walk just for a minute and let them walk off for lunch. And stayed there for maybe an hour, and then we headed on over here. So just the same, trying to keep the routine kind of the same. And, I feel like if I can keep it the same, then they're a little more comfortable when I do that.
Your senior group is playing 3 years in a row, going for their second one. What have they meant to this basketball program?
Everything to Tupelo girls basketball period. It's only the second team that's been here 3 times in a row with a chance to make history. They've already joined history.
Right.
By winning 1 and playing for 3, but tonight they have a chance to win 2 and make history and become the first girls basketball team to win back-to-back state titles. So. I think they see that as an opportunity, and I think they're going to give their best effort tonight.
All right, Coach, best of luck to you tonight.
All right, thank you.
And thank you for that, Greg, for that interview. Good job there chatting it up with Coach Justice. And Ramon, I think Justice hit on a lot of the things that we have talked about. Just the team that wins inside is going to win this game, and you feel like the boards are going to be a big part of that. And we'll get to your keys to the game in just a bit, but there's some perks to being here 3 years in a row and the sight lines and all that, and now you've got that game under your belt. The win a couple of days ago that was a nerve-wracking win, if you will, right?
Absolutely.
So what are the advantages of that? Starkville hasn't been here since 2018, at least just simply playing in this building.
Yeah, like I said, just being in this atmosphere, the court is like in the middle of everything, so it's your depth perception behind the goal. It takes you, a little bit to get adjusted to that. The lights are bright, the fans, the coaches are here. It just takes a little bit to get used to playing that, just get the nerves out of your system. But definitely playing here year after year, you get used to that environment and you're able to get to your game a lot faster.
Spattering of cheers there as Starkville takes the floor with about 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go until we get things started here from the big house, and it gives us a little bit of time to talk about the paths to the championship game. Let's start with the 1 seed out of 2-7A. Starkville, of course, they beat Tupelo in the 2-7A championship to earn that 1 seed. Lopsided win, too, at 73-54.
Beat down.
But then they whipped Horn Lake 56-29 in Starkville in the first round, slammed the gate on the Mavericks of Germantown 58-31, and then they trailed 11-1 after a quarter, but came back to beat Biloxi, and this is not me lying, 23-16 in a weird game to say the least. 23-16. Biloxi played ball control in the second half.
Yeah, just a lot of defense, really slowed the game down. So a game like that, every shot counts. And Starkville was able to pull it out at the end there.
And the path for the Golden Wave, the 2 seed out of 2-7A. They shut down South Haven 77-37 in the Dome in the first round. Blew out against Hernando. That was a blowout from the get-go and didn't get pushed. They survived a late comeback, trailed by 9 in the second half. Late in the third quarter, they down Northwest Rankin 62-61. Destiny Trice's floater got them here to the championship game. So feel like almost playing with house money just being in this game after the way that they had came out and turned the ball over as much as they did in the semifinals.
Absolutely. So they had a game where they were up a whole lot, kind of cruised in. Then they had a really tough game tonight. So I'm looking forward to be kind of even kill, not too many turnovers. Probably won't be a blowout. I'm expecting a nice close game the whole time.
So let's look at storylines. Tupelo's back in the title game for the third consecutive year, looking to defend their 2024 title. And get this, with a win tonight, they would be 75-18 in the last 3 seasons. That's just pure domination for the Lady Wave. So 74-18 coming in to today's game in the last 3 seasons. And it's deja vu a bit from last year as Tupelo enters as the 2-7A 2 seed facing the 2-7A 1. Germantown was that last year. And also, like last year, Tupelo's 1-2 against their championship opponent. Split the regular season and lost the division title game against Germantown as well. We have 3 Clarion Ledger Dandy Dozen nominees on the floor, 2 for the Golden Wave and Jade Rucker and Nadia Norfleet. And then for Starkville, Zariah Edwards. Talk a bit about Zariah, what she brings into this matchup. She's tough to deal with.
Yeah, she's just a total domination in the paint there. She has good size, and she has a nice jump shot. Even if you foul her, hey, she knocks down her free throws. She's just really tough to deal with. I think we got to try to keep her off the boards and just make it tough for her as much as we can. And
for Starkville, they're making their first appearance in this championship since they won it all in 2018. They went back-to-back in 2017 and 2018. So for Tupelo, kind of a story here tonight. They got a chance to repeat. Starkville last time was when they repeated, and seems a few years ago, right? It shows how tough it is to get here. Fourth matchup, as I said, in detail for this series this season. Starkville won at Tupelo January 14th, 51-48. Second meeting was at Starkville. Tupelo won it by 10, 64-54. Then that third meeting, I'm not sure how much stock you can put into it. 2-7A tournament title game. Starkville won 73-54. Jada Gay and Zariah Edwards combined for 56 points, and Tupelo was just off in that game, and Starkville couldn't miss.
Yeah, like I said, Jada and Zariah, they were just on fire that game. I think they might have missed 2 shots in between all of those. But they would just played a great game, and just, hey, shout out to Starkville. They got the best of Tupelo that night.
Nadia Norfleet meeting at midcourt. Her and Jade Rucker meeting at midcourt with the 2 stars, Jada Gay and Zariah Edwards, for the Starkville Yellow Jackets. Some trends also going Tupelo's way today. Starkville's held opponents to 34 or fewer points in 5 of their last 7 games. The only 2 outliers are the Lady Wave. They've scored 64 in the win at Starkville and 53 in the loss. So the Starkville team really hangs their hat on defensive rebounding.
Yeah, I think that has to do with pace. Tupelo likes to get up and down, a lot of pressure defense, which makes you speed up your offense. So I think a lot of that has to do with pace. I think if we can slow them down and us play our game, we have a good chance.
The Starkville team, after a slow start to the season, they've won 18 of their last 19. Their last loss was at home to Tupelo on January 31st. So we've got about 2 minutes to go. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll have the national anthem here from inside the big house in Jackson. Then we'll get you the starting lineups and get things tipped off here in the Class 7A championship between the Tupelo Lady Wave and the Starkville Yellow Jackets. A 2-7A rivalry renewed here in Jackson.
there's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Just getting introduction started here inside the big house, and I will say the crowd size favoring Tupelo so far. They've traveled well.
Absolutely. It looks a lot better than Northwest Rankin game.
Yes, so at 9 a.m. tip changes everything. We'll take a side here for the national anthem.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back to the Golden Wave Sports Network. Dylan Hutton alongside Ramon Gary. It's the Class 7A state championship on the girls' side in the hoops season coming to a close here today, and it's time to go to Ramon for today's keys. Tupelo versus Starkville. What do you got, Ramon?
Like we mentioned earlier, these teams are too familiar. They're real familiar with each other. I think that these are the best two teams in the state, in my opinion, and I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a close game. But I think the keys to the game, the first key I think is going to be to turnovers. Whoever had the least amount of turnovers and allow your team to get the most shot attempts is going to be the first key, and the second key is going to be the battle of the boards. You know, can Jay Rucker and Cadis Crump win the battle on the boards and limit Starkville to one shot each time down the court? And then the last one is I think we're going to have a big plays by Danny Dozens, Nadia Norfleet, and Jay Rucker. We're looking for them to play great, but I think we're going to have an X factor. Can Olivia Smith step up again? Will it be Bailey? Will it be Cadence Crump? Will it be Destiny Trice? I think we need one more player to step up and make a difference.
If you're going to win a championship, this is what it comes down to. Those players stepping up in the moments whenever even the unsung heroes, right? We saw that Destiny Trice hitting the game winner for the Golden Wave in the previous game in this semifinal. As the lights are out here inside the dome getting set for introductions. Tupelo, the home team, they're wearing all white uniforms. Tupelo in blue with gold trim. Coach Justice went back to the button-up, no tie. He's dressed up here in this championship game. And on the other side for the Lady Jackets there in the road all-black uniforms. Gold trim on those. Lady Jackets in script with a gold numeral on their uniforms as well. So we're all set. Lights are out, getting set for the starters here between Tupelo and Starkville. Again, it's the 7th title appearance for the Golden Wave, 3rd straight. 2-time state champions, 2024, of course, last season, and 2001, the very first one.
They cut the lights out to remind me of the Chicago Bulls starting lineup, you know.
That's right. Got the lights. They got people lighting up their phones for the starting lineups as the starters for the Starkville Lady Jackets are being announced. Again, we have an all 2-7A championship on the boys' side, too, so it's all 2-7A tonight. Madison Central 23-11 taking on Germantown, who's 28-3. That game will kick off after this one at 8 o'clock, around 8. So making a couple of other announcements.
It just shows how tough that division was. Every single night you had to bring your A game.
They were naming off some of the reserve players on this Starkville roster. So as they name those off, again, today's matchup brought to you by Super Chicks, fresh never frozen chicken. Pickup window and catering available. They do have a loyalty rewards app. They're part of the Eat With Us group, and they have locations in Tupelo and Flowood. So be sure to support them, as they have been the reason this show has went on for all the way to this championship game. So we appreciate Super Chicks for all that they have done. And you have on the other side for Starkville, Matt Wilbanks, head coach in his first season. It's their 9th state title appearance, first since 18. They're a 5-time state champion, and they went back-to-back. Last time they won, it was 17 and 18. You heard the cheer there for the Lady Wave. It sounds like we got a few more Golden Wave fans that have filed in since the national anthem.
Yeah, they're sturdy coming in here, filing in. You know, they made a post on social media about Pack the Big House, and that's what we're definitely doing today. We're packing it. Blue and gold is in my front of me, blue and gold behind me, blue and gold to the side of me.
Surrounded in a sea of blue and gold.
I love it.
And it's not an easy trip here. We can vouch for that. And it's a lot easier at 6 o'clock, though, Ramon, than it is at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Absolutely.
So, rivalry matchup here, and that's the other thing about it. As much as you would love to beat them, you hate to lose to your arch nemesis.
Yeah. I expect nothing less from all the other matchups in this game. I think it's going to be intense. It's going to be physical. It's going to be a rival game.
Starters being announced for the Golden Wave: Cadence Crump, Nadia Norfleet, Olivia Smith, who had 26 and 9 rebounds in the semis, and it's Jade Rucker, only 2 points for her. She fouled out early. And then it's Bailey Siddell, the steal special. She fouled out and had 4 steals in the win against Northwest Rankin. Those starting lineups for the Lady Wave. We'll get you the starters here. Jada Gay out there on the floor for the Lady Jacks, along with Logan Warren, Zariah Brown. And let's see, it looks like Zariah Edwards as well. Again, our broadcast coverage brought to you by Super Chicks. Try to figure out the third player. That's Sierra Warren is the final starter for the Lady Jackets. Thanks to Greg Ellis for identifying that for us. So Sierra Warren, the final starter. As the lights are still out, it's almost game time, though, here inside the big house. They've had a full day. Lady Wave left Tupelo High School at 9:55 this morning. The whole school out there to send them off. Cool event. And here we are trying to cap another season off with Coach Justice with a title.
Hey, same road. We took the same route that we did last year. Like you said, played at Mississippi Valley, played Northwest Rankin.
2 seed.
2 seed. I like our chances.
So to jump, Jade Rucker against Jada Gay. And one thing about Jada Gay, 6'2" junior. She's going to be tough to deal with inside. How will Tupelo deal with her and Zariah Edwards, the Dandy Dozen nominee? She had 5.6 rebounds in that low-scoring semifinal. She's a two-sport athlete as well. Ball's at midcourt. We're tipped off inside the big house. And Nadia Norfleet in Tupelo control out along the left wing. Bailey Siddell back to Norfleet. Lost her dribble for a moment. Back to Rucker. Rucker across the elbow to Smith. Driving inside. Now Crump outside. And Tupelo will reset with Norfleet at the top. Just underway here in the 7A championship. Drive inside, double team by Smith. Now Crump out along the edge. They're swarming to the basketball right now, the Lady Jackets, with Tupelo controlling. Drive inside, Rucker, right hand, no. Crump gets the rebound. It bounces off of her knee. She couldn't secure it and goes out of bounds. Starkville ball.
Starkville giving up nothing on that first possession. I think they were out in 2-3 zone now. Starkville's in it. Tupelo's in there, full court press. Well, just kind of a soft tandem defense. Now they backs up to half court.
Nearly got a turnover on that second pass. Instead, Starkville gets an open look from 3 and misses wide. Very physical box out underneath. But Tupelo gets the rebound and coming back the other way. Still scoreless, 7:09 to go here in the first. Nadia Norfleet pull up, ball rolls out of bounds off the rim. Last touch by Tupelo. 7:06 left, still scoreless here in the 7A championship game presented by Super Chicks here on the Golden Wave Sports Network. We'll have quarterly score updates from Greg Ellis, brought to you by the Eat With Us group. As Starkville brings it up past half court, that's Sierra Warren giving it off to Logan Warren. Now at the top, Zariah Edwards goes into the corner. Sierra Warren again, already tried a 3 and missed. Starkville being very deliberate on their passes out along the perimeter. Different styles, Ramon. They play through their bigs. Zariah Edwards underneath, turns and puts it in. Easy post score there. 2-0 Starkville with 6:35 to go in quarter 1. Rucker spins at the elbow, loses her dribble, now gives it off to Siddell. Norfleet deep 3 from the center. That's long. Rebounded by the Lady Jackets as Edwards patty caked it back to herself. Starkville with the advantage, 2-0 and the ball. Sierra Warren, 3-pointer on the way, knocks it down. From that right wing, left her wide open. She made them pay.
Yeah, she was wide open. Almost daring her to shoot.
Norfleet on the right wing to Siddell, double teamed in the corner. Shot fake from Smith. She'll drive inside, pull up from the free throw line and miss. It's a one and done there for the Lady Wave as Brown pulls it down. Starkville on top, 5-0. The other 3 on the way for the Lady Jackets, and it's down. Logan Warren knocks it home. Make it 8-0 Lady Jackets, almost reminiscent to that semifinal matchup with Rankin when they got off to that hot start. Smith shot fake now to Norfleet. Norfleet one step, back out, and Tupelo goes around wide open. Jade Rucker, left corner, that's offline. Offensive board Crump, but she's denied underneath by Jada Gay. Scurry for the ball, Livia Smith, no. Rucker, a couple of attempts underneath the basket. Can't get either of them to go. We've got a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Lady Jackets. They lead it 8-0, 5:15 to go in the first.
Yeah, so far just missing a lot of bunnies, a lot of wide open shots up under the goal, but good defense by Starkville once again.
5:15 to go here in the first. Tupelo trailing 8-0. Another slow start here in the big house. Edwards free throw line jumper, too strong. And Tupelo with a one and done has the basketball. Norfleet driving inside through a crowd. Layup, no, too short off the rim. Put it high off the glass. And Starkville looking to push in transition. It's tipped out, still controlled by Starkville. 3-pointer again, Sierra Warren, just a bit off to the left in front of the rim. Offensive board, though, for Gay. Inside, she'll shove up a shot, no. And Siddell will bring it down for the Lady Wave.
Good defense by Rucker.
3-on-2, but Siddell doesn't care. She's going to drive all the way to the basket and lay it in, and Tupelo's on the board with 4:29 to go after an 8-0 run to start the game for the Yellow Jackets. So take note of that bucket for Siddell. Gets Tupelo off
Yeah, just
that zero.
Got the rebound, went coast to coast. Get out the way.
Jada Gay in the corner with the basketball, guarded closely by Rucker. Norfleet tried to undercut that pass to Warren. Starkville settling in here offensively. Zariah Brown back into the corner to Logan Warren. Holds the ball over her head, back out. Sierra Warren again, three wide open, right wing, offline. It's Olivia Smith, and Tupelo has numbers coming back if they want to go in transition. Smith's going to take it all the way. Doesn't get a shot up, but she's fouled right around that basketball logo where that free throw line is here at this old school style court at the Coliseum.
Absolutely. Getting a rebound and pushing in transition.
First foul in this game goes against the Yellow Jackets. Baseline inbound, and easy two there for Jade Rucker. Brings Tupelo back within 4. They trail 8-4 with 3:44 to go in the first quarter.
Great execution of the baseline out of bound play right there. Jade Rucker off the glass.
Leaving Sierra Warren open early in this game, and there's a Siddell steal. And she dribbled it off her foot and out of bounds. It'll go back to Starkville. She got a little bit too quick there and turned it over. Back to Starkville. In the fourth meeting between these teams, so there's little you can hide from each other at this point.
All right, so it looks like the game plan. Bailey's picking up Zara Brown full court.
Three-pointer on the way was well offline, but saved from going out of bounds by Jada Gay, and Starkville will get another possession out of it. They'll dump it low to Edwards. They'll double team her in the post. She puts up a shot, no. Offensive rebound nearly, but Tupelo pokes it loose. Norfleet has it on the run out. She'll cut it to Rucker underneath, reverse, no. And Tupelo can't get anything out of that possession, and will get a whistle on Siddell. She was just in the wrong place at the wrong time when that pass came, and that'll be her first team foul, number 1 on the Golden Wave. 8-4, Starkville with the advantage. 2:53 to go here in the 7A state championship game.
Yeah, almost like Tupelo's kind of playing like a triangle on 2. Just keeping the ball out of Zara Brown and Edwards' hand. Just kind of forcing somebody else to take some shots.
All the Zariahs, right?
Yeah.
Wanted to take a three at the top. Instead, it's poked loose as they tried to enter it into the low post. Rucker got a hand on it, so it'll stay with Starkville as it ricochets over toward that Tupelo bench. Tupelo trailing 8-4, but they are on a 4-0 run after Starkville came out hot. A couple of threes early for Sierra Warren. She has 6 of the 8 for the Yellow Jackets. We get a travel call on a double team from Siddell and Norfleet. It's just how you draw it up.
Yeah, good double team. Forced her to pick up the ball in the corner right there, but before she picked it up, came up with a travel.
Tupelo back with it. Nadia Norfleet brings it up past the midcourt stripe.
And Starkville in the 2-3 zone.
Now Rucker will make that. Siddell controls. Wings it over to Olivia Smith. Three-pointer, did everything but go down, but the rebound to Siddell, and she'll get fouled. That's the second on the Yellow Jackets in the contest. And they get Jada Gay, I believe, with the foul, number 1. Second for Starkville. Siddell flicks it in. It's tipped, but it'll get to Rucker. Free throw jumper hits the front of the rim, bounces against the backboard and misses. Starkville with a run out after that miss that ricocheted, and nearly a travel there, a double dribble. Three-pointer, that's well offline, a rush shot. Siddell will run down the rebound. Tupelo right now winning those 50-50 possessions. Quick run out. Rucker just waiting underneath with a foul. The ball hit the back of the rim but wouldn't spin in for the Lady Wave. She'll go to the line. Tupelo doing a good job there in transition with Siddell to Rucker, earning the trip to the line.
Yeah, 2 straight times Jay Rucker running the floor and able to find her that time up under the goal. Almost came up with the and 1 bucket.
So Rucker to the free throw line. Misses the first. Jade only 2 points so far here in the big house. Tonight, 4 in the tournament. Tupelo trailing 8-4, 1:37 to go. Do have a substitution. Morgan Williams will enter. They only played 6 in that game in the semis as Jade makes the second. They're down 3 now, Tupelo. 8-5, Starkville with the advantage. They have the basketball. Sierra Warren up past midcourt. They only played 6 in a game that finished 23-16. on the way. Shot too long that time for Morgan Williams, but another offensive board and the bucket with the foul for Jada Gay. She's a problem. At 6'2", 8 points, 8 rebounds in the win in the semis. And her and Zariah Brown teamed up in the 2-7A tournament. Jada had 32, Zariah had 24. She'll go to the line for an and one to get them to 11 if she makes. She won't make it, but she gets the offensive rebound and goes back up, misses. Another offensive board. She gets fouled and will go back to the line. That's just beating everybody. She went all the way around. Tupelo didn't box her out, just worked harder.
Yeah.
10-5 advantage for Starkville with 1:11 to go in the first.
Yeah, 2 possessions there. Starkville getting the offensive rebound and putting it back up.
Morgan Williams to the line. Missed the first one. Reese Barbles enters for the Golden Wave. Bailey Siddell out. I don't know if she has 2 fouls. She has at least 1. Second free throw for Morgan Williams. She knocks it down, catches the net. And it's 11-5 Starkville here in the first quarter. 68 seconds to go in this first. Norfleet shot fake, now drives inside. Now it's Rucker inside in a crowd, gets pummeled by Zariah Edwards. I would have just said got fouled, but she got hit hard going up. Both of them collided at the midpoint in the air, and Rucker will go back to the line. She went 1 of 2 her first time up, and that's a big early foul on the post player.
Absolutely, we need her in foul trouble. Good job on Rucker, not falling in love with the 3, but attacking the gaps and able to get the foul against Edwards. 4
points in this contest. She makes the first free throw. 11-6 now. Starkville out in front. 59 seconds to go in the first. Makes the second, and if she's making them like that, we're going to be in good shape. Right down the middle of the net.
Absolutely.
11-7 with 56 seconds remaining in the first. Shot fake. Tupelo nearly got a takeaway on an entry into the low post, and a battle underneath, and ball still loose. Tupelo ends up with it. We're going to get a foul on the backside on the floor against the Lady Wave. It'll go against the newly entered Reese Barbles. Her first, team foul number 4.
Yeah, Gay and Edwards just drawing so much attention inside. It's like any loose balls that bounce out.
You got to get there, right? You got to pile in the post.
Yeah, we pack in the paint. We got to get out and get those loose balls.
It's a traffic jam in there. 3-pointer rattles
Another
out.
Offensive rebound.
For Morgan Williams, but the offensive board for Starkville tipped back out, and it'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. That's one of those. Another one of those rebounds just coming down right to a Lady Jacket. 11-7, Starkville out in front, and they have the basketball underneath their own basket on the right side of the court. 3-pointer in the corner. That's short. Running down the rebound and getting it there was Crump, and Tupelo will come back with possession. Olivia Smith driving. Nobody stopped the ball. She'll put up a floater, no. And rebounded by Zariah Edwards. Here comes Starkville back the other way with 15 seconds to go in quarter 1. Leave wide open there after a travel call. Morgan Williams makes the 3, but that travel, nobody was on her. She was too open, right, Ramon?
It's wide open, just took an extra step.
That's a big turn here. That would have made it 14-7, instead just 11-7, and Tupelo has a chance with a 3 to get it back to a 1-point game. 5 seconds, Nadia out along the right wing. Couple of dribbles, now she'll try a 3, right wing, that's too strong, and we'll end quarter 1. Starkville with the advantage, 11-7. This is the Golden Wave Sports Network, and our coverage presented by Super Chicks.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way. No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud.
Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Tupelo trailing Starkville here after one quarter, 11-7 here on the Golden Wave Sports Network. And Greg, I believe you've run down some stats for us here for that first quarter. What you got through a quarter?
All right, our Eat with stats of the game. Neither team shooting the ball very well. Starkville 4 of 20 from the floor, 2 of 9 from three-point range. Tupelo 2 of 17, 0 for 4. A lot of rebounds so far. Starkville with 17, including 8 on the offensive end. Tupelo with 14 rebounds, including 6 on the offensive end. Both teams have 4 points in the paint, and Starkville has the only second chance points. Turnovers. Tupelo, that's not been a problem with 1 turnover. Starkville with 3. Leading scorer for Tupelo is Bailey Siddell with 4, and leading the way for Starkville with 3 points each is Sierra Warren and Logan Warren.
So there you go, the Warren sisters both knocking down threes. And Greg, the stat that stands out to me is both teams not shooting all that well. What is that, 6 for 37 so far through a quarter between both teams?
Yes, and I gave a wrong stat. Siddell has 3 points to go along with her 4 rebounds, but she also has on her fouls, she's got
Rucker
3 fouls. That's not right.
Rucker has 5 of the 7. The stats have changed a little bit here in the printout. The TP is where it's at now. So 5 of the 7 are Ruckers. Siddell has the other 2. So that's how we get to the 7 points. And on the other side, as you said, Warren and Logan, both the Warrens, Logan and Sierra Warren, knocked down threes in that first quarter. And tempo right now, I feel like, is going Tupelo's way. They're just not making the ones underneath the basket.
Not making the ones, and each team with 4 fouls. You got to be concerned with Bailey having 3 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's going to be the big thing to keep up with, Greg. Thank you for that. And we'll get Ramon back over here. Again, our coverage brought to you by Super Chicks. That stat update brought to you by the Eat With Us group. Glad to have them on to provide those updates. And Ramon, just some thoughts for you as you were able to kind of look around and take a breath after that first quarter.
Yeah, good quarter. Feel like we missed a lot of layups. Just still kind of nervous trying to find our way. But I think we're going to settle in, get out and get some transition and get some easy buckets right here. Just try to stay out of foul trouble.
It has been a 7-4 run since Tupelo, or 7-3 run since Tupelo trailed 8-0. So playing a little bit better after that start. Tupelo with the basketball to start the quarter. Barble's out on the floor with Smith, Norfleet, Rucker, and Crump. Back to that starting group for the Lady Jackets. 7:40 to go. Tupelo extending this possession out. Again, they trail at 11-7 in the second. Smith controls well out beyond the three-point line. And now Norfleet as Coach Justice looks on. Calm as ever.
Trying to set something up against this 2-3 zone.
Barble's into the corner. Smith with a shot fake drives inside, and she threw it to the vacated area as Crump was in the low post but was on her way out when that pass got to her and couldn't get back to it. A turnover for the Lady Wave. Back up the floor come the Starkville Lady Jackets. Sierra Warren around to Brown, who drives inside. Now it's Jada Gay. She got harassed and gave the basketball up. Jumper on the way. That was Williams. No, but Zariah Edwards there to clean it off the boards. It's 13-7, and right now Zariah Edwards posing the biggest issues for the Lady Wave.
It's hard to stop Big Z inside.
Rucker, 3 is well offline, missed short and to the right. And it's 13-7 as it goes out of bounds back to the Lady Jackets. And this is the kind of night where Rucker's going to have to play physical down in the post along with Cadence Crump.
It's going to be a battle of the boards, and I think the guards have got to help them inside some kind of way.
Tupelo trailing 13-7. Starkville back out with the basketball. They'll go into the corner. This is Williams now with it on the right elbow. They try to get it in a low post. They do to Gay. Ball is hit off of the shoulder of Nadia Norfleet, and it'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. I mean, they're just holding the ball up over their heads and firing it in, entry into the low post.
Yeah, a little high-low action there. Just threw it right over the top of the defense.
That was big to big, right?
Absolutely.
That low post on that connection. There's Edwards, a little jumper. That's really not her shot. She misses it, but doesn't matter. Starkville's got the basketball back. Three-pointer tuned up from Warren. No, but the long rebound out, and even Starkville gets that.
Rebound.
Layup will not make it in, but Edwards running down the rebound in that far corner was out of bounds, so it'll go back to the Lady Wave. Felt like that was the only way we were going to get the ball back that possession.
Yeah.
Either they were going to make it or something like that was going to happen. Edwards trying to chase down the loose ball.
So we're packing the paint, but then they're shooting threes and it's long rebounds, so it's hard for us to get back out to get the rebound in time.
Barbles controls over to Norfleet. Got to start knocking down some threes with these bigs like they are in the post. Low entry to Rucker. She spins right hand. No. One and done there as Jada Gay cleans it off the glass. Tupelo trailing 13-7. And it's back to the Jackets on the right side of the court. 5:35 to go in the first. Layup too easy there over Rucker for Jada Gay. 15-7 for the black and gold of Starkville. Nadia Norfleet rhythm three, too strong. Cleaned up by Jada Gay yet again. Excuse me, that was Zariah Brown with that rebound. They just got height, Ramon. 4 out of their 5. Inside entry, and Starkville able to keep that one alive. And right now they're just winning those 50-50 balls in this quarter, and we'll get a whistle and a foul underneath as Zariah Edwards will go to the free throw line and just powered it up with Jade Rucker on her. And Jade, another situation there, she was just in the wrong spot at the wrong time. First foul of the quarter to go against Jade Rucker and the Golden Wave. That's her first.
Yeah, just a battle of the boards.
Actually her second, I believe.
I mean, I thought Jade was just standing straight up there, but she got her down low with the body.
No, that was her. That was her first. Free throw bounces off the front of the rim. A friendly roll for Zariah Edwards, and it's 16-7. Tupelo scoreless so far, almost 3 minutes into this quarter. Going to have to find some offense. Cabria Garth enters for Cadence Crump. Morgan Williams is out now, and Logan Warren back into the ball game for the Jackets. There's a miss, rebounded again by the Lady Jackets.
Another rebound by Starkville.
They're just dominating the boards, and a three from the left wing. That's short. And it's Olivia Smith getting the rebound. Tupelo running out in transition. All the way to the rim, Smith. Basket won't go, but she'll go to the line. And right now it's like there's some sort of cover over the basket for the Lady Wave here in this quarter.
Yeah, so that's going to be our key. We got to get the rebound and push before this Starkville defense gets set up. They're so long and big. It's hard for us to get a shot off once they get that 2-3 zone set up.
Smith to the line. The first one won't go for Olivia Smith. Feels like one of those kind of nights where the threes are going to have to start falling for the Lady Wave, and they were falling in bunches at Mississippi Valley. They have not here in Jackson. Another shot short as it's a good box out and rebound for Zariah Edwards. Tupelo empty on that trip to the line. At the top of the key, that was Sierra Warren, now back to her.
And Darren Warren to shoot.
Go into the corner. Tupelo tried to save it. I think it was going to be their basketball after the pass went that direction, but it was Cabria Garth touching it last, so it'll stay a corner inbound for the Yellow Jackets. 16-7, Tupelo trailing with 4:29 to go in the second. Three-pointer in the corner, and that's offline from Zariah Brown, and Rucker gets the rebound, a one and done.
Good strong rebound.
Smith again pushing in transition all the way down, but lost the basketball. Poked loose by Jada Gay. And Starkville with a run out. They've got their head up looking for a pass. They'll go back out. Sierra Warren, three, right wing. No.
Good
Rucker
box that time.
again with the good box out. And it seems like they were trying to wear down Zariah Edwards. There's a drive inside. Rucker in a crowd lost the basketball. Got tripped up in the process of putting that shot up. No foul. And it's going to let them play on that situation. And Tupelo's went the last 7 minutes and 50 seconds without a field goal. Can't have that kind of rut in this moment.
Want to take the lid off the goal.
16-7. Playing good enough defensively, though, to this point. Destiny Trice out on the floor for the Lady Wave as Crump gets a break. Norfleet trying to get out in that passing lane, nearly picked up a foul. It'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. Tupelo really getting aggressive out on the perimeter trying to jump those lanes. Jumper from the free throw line by Zariah Brown will not go, but Zariah Edwards put back, tip around. Last touch by Tupelo.
Still can't.
We're not even winning those 50-50 tips going out of bounds, right? You would think the team with the longer wingspan would be the one touching some of the.
Yeah, we can't really in the rebounds.
I think that's what Coach Justice was saying to the official. We'll get the inbound. They tried to get it into Zariah Edwards. She had no chance of getting it, and then the inbounder picked up the ball, so the pass was never executed, so it's a turnover. We'll go into the corner. Trice three-pointer on the way. That's offline off the right side of the rim. A one and done as Gay gets the rebound. Tupelo swarming there. Trice nearly got a takeaway, got elbowed in the process of trying to get that steal from Zariah Edwards. Tupelo leaping around, trying to jump these passes. A little floater in the middle of the lane, bounces around and spins around and down.
Warren.
That was Sierra Warren that time. 18-7, Starkville out in front, 2:45 to go until halftime. In a slow quarter. Half for the Lady Wave. Jumper for Rucker. No. And again, another one that deflected around and stays with the Yellow Jackets.
I mean, that one was halfway down.
Logan Warren got that rebound. Another little pull up, nothing but net from Zariah Brown. And we'll have a timeout here brought to you by Always Real Estate from Coach Justice. Trying to get things sorted out here for his Lady Wave. 20-7, Starkville out in front. We'll take a quick break. This is Tupelo basketball on the Golden Wave Sports Network.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Starkville's outscored Tupelo 9-0 in this quarter. They lead 20-7 with 2:26 to go until halftime. Our timeout was brought to you by Always Real Estate. If you're in the market for buying or selling your home, contact your local Always Real Estate agent at 662-213-0897. Greg chimed in there during that timeout. Over 9 minutes now since the Lady Wave have made a shot from the floor. Yet they find themselves down just 13. Great defense for the Yellow Jackets, and Tupelo's not getting many chances when they do miss. Rucker around to Norfleet. Norfleet driving after a head fake. She's fouled on the floor. It's going to be an inbound on the baseline here for the Lady Wave as Trice is set to trigger it in.
Yeah, I think so. What we're going to have to do is keep attacking the gaps, force them to
Olivia
foul.
Smith, three, knocks it down in that right corner right in front of the Starkville bench. And it's now 20-10 as Tupelo gets back here.
That's what I was going to say, or pass it to Olivia Smith and let her knock a three down.
That was a good call, Ramon.
Yes, thank you.
Down 10 now, the Lady Wave, as a defense chant echoes through the Coliseum. The team that knows how to defend, it's certainly the Lady Wave. Problem is the size they have to defend against. And right there it was. Zariah Edwards got another low post touch and made it look easy. 22-10. Cabria Garth on the floor here for the Lady Wave. Norfleet will try a three.
There we go.
Got it, knocked it down, heaving it there from the logo.
Gets her on the board, her first three.
From the MHSAA logo here on the left wing.
The senior will not go lightly.
22-13, Starkville, and they get another make. Zariah Brown, that little pull up from the elbow. Tupelo trying to push again. Norfleet will pull it out. Now Rucker gets hit, knocked down. The thing you're worried about early in this game for Coach Justice is whenever this contact is coming, the whistle is coming pretty late.
Yeah, they haven't been getting many whistles. We've got a few of these last few possessions down. We just got to keep attacking, keep chipping away at this lead.
24-13, Starkville out in front, 49 seconds to go until halftime. Tupelo trying to muster some offense late in this half. Olivia Smith wide open three. That's too deep. 44 seconds, and Starkville has the basketball back after the rebound. This is Sierra Warren. As they get it around the post, back to Sierra Warren. No rush here for Coach Wilbank's squad. Have an 11-point lead with 25 seconds to go until halftime. There's a drive along the lane there, and a whistle and a foul. They're going to get Destiny Trice with it. It's one of those where they were just probing. Wasn't really any attempt to score there, and Trice couldn't get her hand out of the cookie jar. Baseline coming.
That was great, D. Hey, I like our pressure. We're turning it up a little bit, trying to speed them up.
Morgan Williams has the ball out on the left wing.
Starkville is in no hurry.
Tupelo nearly getting a takeaway there as Olivia Smith tipped that ball. They tried to wing it all the way from the left wing to the right wing. 24-13, 13 ticks until halftime. Be sure to stay tuned for our halftime coverage on the Golden Wave Sports Network. Logan Warren has it. Now a long jumper, and it comes off the rim.
That's a foul.
To Nadia Norfleet. All the way to the rim with 2 seconds. Norfleet puts it off the glass and through, and Tupelo will take a shrivel of momentum into half. They trail it 24-15, and much like last week, they get a buzzer beater to end the half. So that's 3 halves we've had come to an end here, right? They had the halftime buzzer, and then Trice making both, making the one then and one with 3 seconds to go in the final buzzer of that semifinal, and Norfleet makes that. But that was about it, Ramon. The offense not showing up to this point. A lot of it has to do with that height and the fact that Tupelo is trying to run with such pressure.
Yes, and I think Starkville, hey, they're so long and so big, and they're playing this 2-3 zone, and they're tipping everything and just making it really difficult for Tupelo to get good shots off. But I think we have to keep getting ball pressure, try to speed them up, because they are in no hurry to shoot the ball. They want to keep this game slow and low points. I think if we speed them up, we can cut this thing down.
Yeah, so Tupelo trails it 24-15. We'll enter our halftime coverage when we return from the break. This is the 7A State Championship on the Golden Wave Sports Network, presented by Super Chicks.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my 3rd child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America. There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Welcome back to the Golden Wave Sports Network as Tupelo trails Starkville 24-15 at the half. And we've got Greg Ellis with us as we've got an Eat With Us stat update. And Greg, right now the stats, especially the rebounding stats, have to be skewed in favor of the Lady Jackets.
Without question, it's been a complete domination on the boards for the Lady Jackets. They've out-rebounded Tupelo 29-19, including 13-6 on the offensive boards. They've only got 4 second-chance points, so they're not getting a lot, but that's taken away possessions from Tupelo. Leading the charge for Starkville is Jada Gay with 11 rebounds to go along with her 4 points. Araya Edwards leads Starkville with 7 points. 10 of 35 shooting for Starkville, 2 of 15 from long range with 4 turnovers. Looking at Tupelo, 5 of 26 shooting, 2-11. Both of those three-pointers coming in the second quarter. 19 rebounds, leading the way on the points. Norfleet with 5 and Rucker with 5, while on the boards, Rucker also leads Tupelo with 5 rebounds. The Wave, only 4 turnovers, Dylan, so it's not like the turnovers. We're just not making shots inside.
Well, did you say 2 for 15 from three-point range?
2 for 11 for Tupelo, 2 for 15 for Starkville. Starkville's not afraid to jack it up.
It sounds to me like they're shooting themselves kind of out of a bigger lead.
They're
not playing to their strengths.
And they've settled down in the second quarter and started taking more 15-foot shots and have and are making them. We've also got some earlier scores from today. Ridgeland in overtime beating Pascagoula 70-60. Olive Branch over Hattiesburg 64-57. The Callaway girls beating Terry 40-37, and the West Joan girls upending Olive Branch in a battle 53-50.
Thank you for that update, Greg, and we'll keep you here for a second. Obviously, you mentioned, too, and we've all kind of looked around, Tupelo trying to push the tempo, but the way that they are rebounding, it's almost not working out the tempo because we're not getting the bodies back down here if we do miss when we're trying to run in transition.
No, I think you said it perfectly at the break. We're out shooting our offense. We got somebody back shooting in, and we got 3-4 girls getting across the half-court line, and there's nobody there to rebound. But I thought Ramon made a great point in the first half with all those offensive rebounds and with as many threes as Starkville is shooting. They're getting those long rebounds, and, we're in a zone packing it in to try to keep them from going and hurting us inside. And Starkville's just getting most of their rebounds off of those long three-point shots.
And Tupelo trails at 24-15, and defensively, Tupelo has played well considering how poorly that they've shot the ball on the offensive end.
You consider the last time these two teams met, Starkville scored, 73 points? So
73-54 they won.
But they've already scored more points than they did on Monday in that 23-16 win against Biloxi.
One more. And we've got one less right now than Biloxi finished with the game. But, as slow as it feels, they got off to that 8-0 start to start the game. Tupelo went on a 4-0 run in rebuttal, and then Starkville settled in. They ended up leading after the first quarter 11-7. They outscored Tupelo 13-8 at the end of the second to have the score now at 24-15. I think the biggest situation right now for Tupelo foul-wise is Bailey Siddell with the 3 early ones. That was in the first quarter.
3 in the first quarter, yeah. And Rutgers just got to find her shot. She's 1 of 10 shooting and has missed all 3 of her three-point attempts. If she could find some of that magic she had at Valley against Hernando, that could be a huge difference in the second half for Tupelo.
Final half for her in her high school career, along with Norfleet and Olivia Smith playing well, much more settled down maybe than the last game. Article coming out about Tupelo's win against Northwest Rankin. Of course, it was nerve-wracking at the end, 62-61, but Olivia was nervous before the game started, as this was her first time in the big house, and she actually threw up before the game. So
maybe we need to go have her throw up right now.
That's what a lot of folks said. Maybe we should try to get her to do that right before this game, because she finished with 26-9. But right now, Starkville's just hounding the Lady Wave. We've got about 4.5 minutes to go until halftime comes to a close and we enter the start of the third quarter. So we'll take one more break. We'll hear from Ramon when we return. This is the Golden Wave Sports Network, presented by Super Chicks.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Tupelo trails 24-15 at the half, and big reason rebounding, and Jada Gay supplying a lot of that. She has 11 rebounds at halftime in this matchup for the Lady Jackets. Of course, Tupelo knew it was coming. They were victorious against them one time, but lost 2 matchups to the Lady Jackets, so they had time to adjust at halftime, and now have an opportunity to come out here, and they've got 16 minutes to come from behind, trailing by just the 9 points after Nadia Norfleet made a transition bucket right at the buzzer. And Ramon, let's go over to you and maybe get your thoughts on what Tupelo adjustments we'll see and maybe what Starkville will do. Greg mentioned it, 2 for 15 from three-point range for the Lady Jackets, and they're winning so much inside the post. It's odd that they're taking so many perimeter shots.
Yeah, I think that's the game plan, to force them to shoot a whole bunch of threes and just kind of pack the paint. But like you said, we're getting beat on the boards 29-19, 13-6 offensive rebounds. So we got to come up with those long rebounds and get out in transition and get some easy baskets. I think we may have to go to our press to try to get them to speed up, maybe force them into some turnovers to try to get us some easy baskets. So we have to rebound, and then we have to somehow figure out this zone and try to get some buckets.
Again, 24-15, Starkville out in front. Our broadcast coverage today brought to you by Super Chicks in Tupelo and in Flowood, as again, we're playing for a state championship, and we've got a half left to decide it. Really, we haven't created much separation for us. Felt like owned a half like Starkville did. Tupelo's right there in the mix.
Yeah, Starkville wants to slow the game down and just kind of wear you down, work it inside to their big post players, and just really slow pace. And we want to get out and run as fast as we can.
Again, broadcast coverage today also presented by Always Real Estate for timeouts. If you're in the market for buying or selling your home, contact your local Always Real Estate agent at 662-213-0897. And a half here for Tupelo to try to get Jade Rucker going here inside the big house.
Yeah, Jade, I think that she's rushing her shot just a little bit. Starkville's done a great job in his zone, and when you catch the ball, you're only open for a split second. So I think she just needs to take her time for just a little bit, maybe a half a second more, and knock those shots down like we know she can.
Teams are back out on the floor after a brief warm-up, and there's 0 on the clock, so we're about set for more basketball here in Jackson as the second half is upon us. It'll be Lady Jacket basketball when we come out of the break. Tupelo's going to start second half with that starting 5. Bailey Siddell with her 3 fouls, along with Nadia Norfleet, Cadence Crump, Jade Rucker, and Olivia Smith. For the Lady Jackets, it's Zariah Brown, Sierra Warren, Jada Gay with those 11 rebounds in the first half. She had only 8 in the semifinal. And then Logan Warren and Zariah Edwards. Those are the Yellow Jackets that are going to start the second half. As Coach Justice just finished up his media op on the TV broadcast. 24-15, Starkville out in front. And they're going to head over here to this far side nearest us and be handed the basketball to get set to trigger it in.
See what kind of adjustments we make here at the half.
This is the first state championship game of the week here in 7A on this Thursday night. Tupelo looking for a spark here to start the second half. Starkville has the basketball. Zariah Brown, entry and a takeaway. Mishandled pass. Norfleet in transition. Goes up against a crowd. Layup. Spins around despite the contact. She got it to go.
Yeah, we're right into our 2-2-1 press. That's what we need to speed this game up.
They'll break it for a moment. And now Starkville with some numbers. Run out, layup, and right now it's Zariah Brown who can't miss.
Just a great shot by Z over the defense.
Norfleet wanted to step back, goes back out to Olivia Smith. Three-pointer as she spun it in from the right wing, and it's 26-20. Tupelo back within 6. That's what this team can do to you. Nadia Norfleet with the assist.
This is it. Speed them up. They don't want to shoot.
Zariah Brown over to Logan Warren. Now it's Sierra Warren who had a 3 as well. They go entry into the low post to Edwards. She traveled and ended up on the ground and a little slow getting up after going down. 26-20, and Tupelo had the basketball back after the turnover. And she's a little slow getting back down the court, favoring her right ankle. There's Olivia Smith inside. Entry pass to Crump. Ricocheted back to Smith. Norfleet, little jumper inside the free throw line. That's offline to the left. And rebound that time by Zariah Brown. Here comes Starkville. They've got a 2-on-2. Pull back 3 from Logan Warren. No. Rebounded by Jada Gay. She'll go right back up, get fouled, and go to the line. I think they're going to get Crump on that foul.
I thought she fouled that time and didn't have to.
And they will get Crump.
Caught with a hand in the cookie jar right there.
26-20, Starkville with the advantage. 6:25 to go in the third, and the free throw too far that time for Jada Gay. 6'2", 165-pound forward in her junior season.
She is so long and so fast. It's almost like she knows where the ball is going before anybody else does.
Another one with a box out and a whistle. They got an offensive rebound. Zariah Brown was fouled by Sedale, and that is her 4th. Actually, they're saying it's her 3rd over the PA.
Yeah, you just went to sleep on the free throw line. How do you not box out right there?
And to the line is Zariah Brown. So right here we'll see if she can miss, Ramon, because she hasn't hardly today. Zariah Brown's first free throw, and that's short. So far, 3 free throws this trip. Nothing to show for it. 26-20, Starkville with 6:24 to go in the third in this 7A state championship game. That time she makes, so Starkville 1 for 4 that trip. Tupelo back with the basketball, down 7. Norfleet lost the dribble, is cornered and double teamed, and now gets it to Crump, who's in trouble, throws it out near half court, and it's a takeaway. In transition, Logan Warren all the way, and the
big block by Olivia Smith.
Olivia Smith able to affect that. I almost thought the layup was too late as well. The backboard caught that basketball just as much as Olivia did. Drive along the baseline and a takeaway. This is Rucker trying to free herself of the defender. That time Jada Gay wouldn't give up, and they ended up blowing the whistle on her late. Ramon, you may have coaxed them into that call.
Yeah, it looked like they were.
That was Smith who got a piece on that block. They're showing the replay now. Swatted it up and off the backboard. Tupelo back with the basketball.
Having to help the refs out a little bit. One ref wanted to call foul and looked at the other one and said call it. And she finally did.
Smith inside the left side of the lane. Norfleet shot fake on the perimeter. She'll overhand pass it to Sedale, who brings it back out to the right wing. Here's a drive by Rucker. They're going to get a travel. I thought there was contact initiated prior to that travel, but Jada Gay won't be the victim there. It would have been her 3rd foul. Instead, it's a turnover for the Lady Wave. Starkville with the basketball, and they'll slow things down after they beat Tupelo back to the top of the key. And they lost the dribble there, did Gay, but got it back. Then again, Tupelo taps it out. Norfleet looking to push. Sedale, a 2-on-1 for Tupelo. Sedale goes up, and she's pushed out of bounds by Sierra Warren. She'll go to the free throw line. The senior will shoot 2 for the Golden Wave.
Much better job on defense by the Wave. Hey, our hands are active, our hands are up, and we're getting the rebound and getting out in transition.
27-20. Starkville out in front, but Siddell will go to the line. And that one did everything but go down. It hit the back of the rim, spun around a lap, and then spun out. Got a substitution coming in. Morgan Williams will enter after this free throw if it's made. It misses short, but Tupelo gets the board. That's Crump. Smith, 3 from the left wing. Short. One and done after that effort. Gay got the rebound. Another loose ball that Tupelo takes away, but it's tipped. Right now, Tupelo 3 for 8 on free throws. Norfleet underneath, right hand after a takeaway. That's short. Crump gets the board. Ball is loose on the floor. We're going to get a jump ball, possession arrow. Coach Justice was calling timeout, didn't get it. And so possession arrow will go to the Lady Wave, but he could have saved the arrow there had they seen him. Here comes Morgan Williams. She's going to enter for Sierra Warren. Tupelo down 7, 27-20, 4:47 to go here in the third. Baseline inbound, and they've been good at scoring out of these baseline inbound sets in this game. Rucker spins from the elbow. That's her shot, and she knocks it down. 10-footer there.
Great job of slowing down and just getting into your move there. Take your time and get what you want.
5-point advantage for Starkville, but a takeaway. Olivia Smith all the way down. Left hand with the foul.
Call the police if they're stealing out here.
Olivia Smith coming alive in the second half for the Golden Wave. Gets the takeaway, takes it up with the left hand to the rim, and draws the whistle and the foul. And it's a 3-point game and a timeout called by Coach Wilbanks. And this place about to lose its top right there behind the Lady Wave bench.
And one bucket by Olivia right there.
Timeouts brought to you by Always Real Estate. If you're in the market for buying or selling your home, contact your local Always Real Estate agent at 662-213-0897. The strength for Starkville is in the post. The strength for Tupelo is in their guards.
Absolutely. So we've been doing a good job, like I said, a lot of ball pressure, making them speed up, and we've been able to get our hand on some balls and get some steals.
I'm just going to mention this place is pretty packed for just a 7A matchup. We've got the bottom section of this court is full and the upper deck filling up. The ends are not quite as packed, but right here along the court side, it is really filling up on this Thursday night. And Ramon, right back in this thing.
Right back in it. We just got to keep the ball pressure up, keep getting out in transition, and just keep chipping away at this thing.
And Tupelo trailing now by 3 after that make. And this is a 9-3 run for the Lady Wave. 24 points for them, 27 for the Jackets. And there goes that Tupelo side. See a lot of gold and blue standing up, waving pom-poms and posters up in the air.
Right back in this game. Let's keep this momentum.
And one attempt coming up for Smith. There's a whistle and a violation. So Tupelo will get another shot at it. Olivia Smith here. And the shot up and in, so she got an extra shot at it and made it. 27-25. Tupelo trailing by just 2. Starkville breaking the press.
Yeah, make their big players handle the ball and turnover there.
Gay tried to get it off into the low post. And Morgan Williams tipped the basketball and lost it. Tupelo back with the basketball.
Again, this is what we want. Make them play fast.
They are playing unlike themselves. They had kept their composure, but now Tupelo is starting to sink their teeth in. 27-25, Norfleet up past half court.
Setting up the zone offense right here.
Left wing, and it's poked out. They tried to enter it into the corner to Rucker. Coach Justice caught that basketball.
Good hands.
He still got it. Tupelo ball. They'll inbound it to Norfleet. Norfleet at the center of the court, dribbles past the double team, now pulls it back out. They'll go to Smith. Smith bounce into the corner to Rucker. Rucker head up, spins along the baseline, had the ball poked loose, and threw it away. to the Yellow Jackets. Gay has the basketball, and here comes Starkville. They've decided to face guard Zariah Brown, Ramon, as here's a three on the way for Logan Warren, and that'll temper the run of the Lady Wave from the right corner. 30-25, but Tupelo back the other way. They were asleep, didn't get back, and there's Smith again for two with the lay-in. And Tupelo will set up that pressure out of the make.
Right back in it. Make Gay handle the ball out top.
30-27, Tupelo trailing. There's one off the glass, miss. Crump with the board. Tupelo trying to run. They've got a 3-on-2. Siddell underneath.
Rucker.
Got it to go. Rucker to Siddell. It's 30-29. This is as close as it's been, folks, since it started. Tupelo trailed 8-0. Now this place echoing defense as Starkville tries to break half court. Right now Tupelo's pressure keeping them from doing it. Still didn't get past half court till about at least 9. Edwards misses underneath, back to Tupelo. Siddell dribbling through traffic, pulls it back out on the right wing. This is the tempo Coach Justice wants. Nadia Norfleet, three-corner long. Rebounded by Rucker, good. Back in this, Tupelo has the lead, 31-30, first time today. Crank up that pressure.
Crank it up, everybody's on their feet.
Norfleet.
Another steal.
As Tupelo gets the takeaway, Rucker controls, lost it in a double team, and a whistle and a foul. Man, you can barely hear yourself inside this place.
Absolutely.
You would think we were a Jackson school the way it sounds in here.
Tupelo is tightening the vice grips, cranking it down.
Smith with the basketball. This group cool, calm, and collected.
Setting up his own offense. Think he's trying to overload one side here.
Tupelo leading 31-30, 2:14 to go in the third. Still plenty of game left, but a great run for the Lady Wave.
Give and go.
Little give and go to Siddell. Couldn't get it. Hit it off the bottom of the rim.
Great play right there. Just couldn't come up with the layup. Trying to get back on D. Let's set it up.
Morgan Williams. Now they're going to go out. Three-pointer on the way from Warren, and she knocks it down again. She's got 3 threes by my count. And Starkville back in front, 33-31. Norfleet heat check. Got it.
Right
go.
back at you.
And a big smile for Norfleet after she knocked down that three from the top of the key.
So it's a shootout. Whatever you can do, I can do.
34-33, Tupelo in front. Throwing some haymakers here in the third. There's a three from Zariah Brown. No, and Tupelo winning on the boards now because they've sped them up, Ramon. They're not able to get down the court. Olivia Smith in the corner. Nadia again rattles out. Siddell there to put it right back up and in. What happened to the rebounding, Ramon? They're just not getting it done. Timeout Starkville. 36-33 after that putback from Siddell. What has changed?
I think the pressure has changed. Like I said, we're tightening those vice grips on them, and we're making them play fast.
What a difference a quarter makes. The experience.
Like I said, we've been here the last 3 years in a row, and they know what it takes to.
It's almost the worst thing you could do is get a big lead in a game. And you've seen it happen tons in college games. You see every time a team goes up 20, ends up being a 3 or 4 point game, and you got to answer. But Tupelo has had the answer. Whatever Coach Justice said at halftime, it's worked out. 36-33.
Yeah, it's going to be a game of runs.
With 1:11 to go in the third quarter. Again, our timeout's brought to you by Always Real Estate. If you're in the market for buying or selling your home, contact your local Always Real Estate agent at 662-213-0897. Another thing, Ramon, if your stars aren't playing well or scoring a lot, you're just not going to have a good half. And that was kind of the point, as Tupelo has scored 21 points so far in this quarter with 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the quarter. Only had 15 at halftime. Nearly another takeaway as Gay almost lost it. Instead, she will just throw it up to Siddell. Another steal for the Lady Wave. Siddell bounces it low post to Norfleet. Layup, no, but an offensive board again. Rucker gets blocked. And they're going to continue to double team even after the rebound by Starkville. A whistle and a foul. I thought that was a decent double team.
Both people with their hands up right there. I don't know what they saw. She said it got her across the face there.
36-33. Who'd they get on the foul there?
Siddell.
Bailey Siddell, so that'll be her 4th. Tupelo not happy with that foul. And Starkville has the basketball as they'll bring it up. 42 seconds to go here in the third.
How long do you leave Bailey in?
Yeah, with the 4 foul. Another
get on the
loose
floor.
ball. Crump can't get it. Starkville controls. 30 seconds to go here in the third. Tupelo leading by 3. It's Williams. They'll leave her wide open for 3. She'll miss. It'll close out there. Nobody boxed out Brown, and she'll put it up and in.
Went to sleep. 30 mile away from three-point land to get that rebound.
36-35, Norfleet with the basketball. And nearly a takeaway, and it is a takeaway as Crump goes down over the back of Zariah Brown. And that'll be the 4th foul on the Golden Wave. So Starkville will have the basketball back. I think that was one of those situations where Justice would rather Nadia dribble that ball around for about 4 more seconds and then get set up into some offense.
Yeah, we went too early that time.
8 seconds, now 6 seconds. Starkville with the basketball, trailing by a point. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They're not aware of the clock. The shot off, it was late, right at the buzzer. There was not a lot of urgency there. Logan Warren misses short, and Tupelo owns a 1-point lead. 36-35, and to the 4th period we go here in the 7A state championship game. Would you expect anything less?
You wouldn't expect anything less. Like I said, it's going to be a game of runs. Can you withstand the other team's run? Hey, but I think it's where our experience come in there. We know what it takes to win a championship. I think we got to pull it off in this 4th quarter here. Keep playing hard on defense, forcing them to be in a hurry, and I think that'll play to our advantage.
Tupelo outscored Starkville in the 3rd quarter, 21-11. And we sit here at the moment, 36-35, the advantage for the Lady Wave. As it's been a big charge to get back into this thing. They trailed 8-0 to start the game, 11-7 after the first. Got outscored 13-8 in the second, trailed 24-15 a half, but now lead it 36-35. Again, our broadcast coverage presented by Super Chicks. Glad to have them on. Again, locations in Tupelo and in Flowood. And I think it's time to go back to Greg for an Eat With Us stat update.
After shooting just 5 of 26 in the first half, Tupelo was 9 of 17 in the 3rd quarter. 38-27, the rebounding edge still belongs to Starkville. Starkville shooting 14 of 26 for the game. And in this 3rd quarter, they were only 4 of 11, so they didn't get as many shots off this time. Now looking at the total points, Olivia Smith now with 11 points to go along with her 3 rebounds. How about Rucker? 9 boards, 9 points, so she's on pace to get a double-double tonight. Tupelo has forced 8 turnovers in the 3rd quarter.
Yep.
Starkville had 4 going into the half. They now have 12. Tupelo had 5 turnovers in the 3rd quarter to give them 9 for the game. They've got to get the free throw shooting better. 4 of 9 is Tupelo in this game, while Starkville is 3 of 8. So they're about even when it comes to that. Gay with 13 rebounds for Starkville to lead the way, while Brown and Warren each have 9 points. Of course, we talked about the foul situation, and I guess they gave Siddell a foul in the first half because now they've only got her with 4, which is good.
Yeah, I think they tagged her with an extra one.
But no one else for Tupelo is in foul trouble. Warren has 4 for Starkville, while both Warren sisters, one has 4 and one has 3. Sierra Warren with the 3. So the stats don't lie. Tupelo's starting to make the shots, and they went from 11 down or 13 down, and now up 1.
Let's try to space that out a little more, Greg.
Right. Yeah.
For the sake of everybody back home.
minutes.
All right, thank you for that update, Greg. Brought to you by Eat With Us. Let's get things started here in the second half as Starkville has the basketball. Tupelo leading 36-35. 7:59 on the clock as we're just underway here in the 4th. The championship on the line. The first title game of the weekend. 3-pointer offline that time from Warren. So the quarter beginning with a missed 3. Tupelo trying to push. Rucker inside the lane. Floater, no. Rebound offensively by Siddell. Tupelo back with the basketball. Getting a lot more rebounds here in the second half, Vermont, and a travel on Norfleet. Rucker took a lot of contact on that first drive, Ramon, and looked like Coach Justice also not very happy with that, calling a couple of the assistants, Coach Carruthers.
Yeah, it was a lot of contact right there. Just a no call. I couldn't believe it.
36-35, Tupelo out in front. Starkville has the basketball out along the perimeter. This is Sierra Warren. Now they'll go inside to the post. That's a miss inside by Edwards, but a put back up and in from Jada Gay. They've been pretty quiet in the second half, but trying to get them alive here in the fourth. Trailing now by a point, Tupelo, 37-36. 7:05 to go. Basketball controlled by Norfleet out on the left wing. Coach Justice still pleading his case with the official over there on his side. There's a drive and a good free lane there, but a pull up from Olivia Smith. Tupelo back with the basketball. Norfleet back around to Rucker. Rucker step back jumper. That's too deep. And a battle for the board. Last touched by Tupelo.
Yeah, like our effort on the board. Just a wide open shot right there. We just missed that bunny.
37-36. Starkville in front, back with the basketball on this Thursday evening in Jackson, Mississippi, here in the Big House. Tupelo again 28-4, Starkville 25-6. They've taken 2 out of 3 from the Lady Way. Jumper here from Logan Warren from just inside the three-point line on the left wing. It's a one and done with Rucker getting the board. Norfleet going through a crowd. Left side of the lane, little jumper pull up from about 8 feet, no. I'd like to have seen her keep a straight path there and take it all the way to the rim. Tupelo hounding the basketball. Norfleet gets a takeaway after some pressure. All the way to the rim, right hand, spins it up and in off that right square, right upper right corner. Back in front, the Lady Wave, 38-37.
Good job with the pressure.
Put them in that vice grip, as Ramon said.
Let's crank it down. Trap right here.
Sierra Warren getting trapped by Rucker and Siddell, and she gets a perfect pass off the backside to Zariah Brown. That's just a great job under pressure there to get that pass through for 2. 39-38, Starkville back out in front with 5:35 to go. Three-pointer, Rucker in. Bottom of the net
Big
for
shot
Jade.
by Rucker.
And a double-double for Jade Rucker. She breaks into double digits in the scoring column. 12 points for Rucker. Drive all the way to the rim. Not a lot there for Edwards. She followed through and then ended up hitting Rucker, and they'll call the foul. 39 points for Starkville. They trail Tupelo 41-39, and Edwards will go to the line with 5:21 to go. Missed a couple earlier in the game. She has that one spin out. Greg, you got the official stats down there. I believe she's 1 for 4 entering this trip, now 1 for 5.
Got to get this rebound right here.
Makes the second. Okay, so 1 for 2 that trip. 41-40, Tupelo back out in front. Olivia Smith in the left corner, looked at a three, now going to back her way into the post. Crump with a jumper, no. Tupelo again with the rebound. Siddell spinning, bounce into the post to Norfleet. Norfleet spin move, little jumper, and look at that from Norfleet. She's just always so calm with the basketball. Tupelo up 3, 43-40.
Great job keeping the ball alive on offense. Second shot, able to come up with a score that time.
Should have been a travel there according to Coach Justice. They'll go left wing 3 for Warren. That's way off. And Rucker with the rebound. Tupelo pushing back the other direction. Olivia Smith, middle of the lane. Out to Siddell. Three is tipped short.
Defense might have got a hand on that one.
They did. Got a tip. And back in transition, Starkville nearly lost that basketball. Instead of jumper from Brown, that won't make it. And that time, Edwards jumping over the back. That time gets the rebound, and she'll go to the line. Boy, you can have your possession, but you can't reach over. You wouldn't think,
yeah,
right?
Just tough trying to keep Big Z off the boards. I thought she went over the back that time, but no call by the ref.
She'll go to the line and net the first one. Again, she's the lone dandy dozen representative of the 3 on the floor as Norfleet and Rucker make up the other 2 for the Golden Wave. And right here, main thing, box out. Tupelo leading 43-41. Second free throw is a friendly roll off the front of the rim, and it's a 1-score, 1-point advantage for the Lady Wave. 4:15 to go in this game. This is what you play for. as Rucker has it left wing. Drives inside, baseline, little floater.
Nice.
Got it to go.
She's heating up.
45-42.
Playoff Jade.
And Starkville breaking that press. Nearly got a takeaway. Tupelo almost got it. They're missing some stuff,
like
I will say.
With over and back that time.
And get some post position picked up there and a layup on the backside by Jada Gay. 45-44, and Tupelo running the other direction. Siddell lost the basketball and went through the table on that far side, and she is out of this play, so it's numbers for Starkville. 5-on-4 and no timeout or whistle. We will get a whistle for a foul on Rucker underneath. That was a 5-on-4, and Siddell went into the railing and knocked everything out along that fencing. It's almost too close with all the room on this floor, and a senior is going to come out. 46-45, Starkville in front with an and one coming.
It's like Siddell maybe turned her ankle.
Yeah, she's heading out to get some attention there from the trainer, Chase Wilkerson. And she lost her shoe in the process, but she went down hard. And
ran through the gates, kind of like Forrest Gump. She just kept running.
Kept on going. Trying to save that ball from going out of bounds.
Run, Bailey, run.
As Trice is in for Siddell. And a free throw long, but an offensive rebound for Warren. It's back to Starkville. Three-pointer from Sierra Warren. That's short. Another rebound by Gay, but Rucker gets the rebound. Tupelo back with it. And they're swallowing the whistles here tonight, but Tupelo back with the basketball, trailing by a point. 46-45. Norfleet, baseline, back out to Rucker. Rucker, head fake, drives middle of the lane, little floater, that's short. Rucker's tried to save it from going out of bounds, but it's out off of Tupelo, and we've got 3 minutes on the clock here in the fourth. Trailing by a point, back to Starkville. Also, I will say this starting group for Tupelo has been on the floor the whole time, same with Starkville, so everybody out of gas, just trying to make it. And there's a make. Wouldn't be surprised to see a timeout here. Tupelo trailing 48-45.
Looking a little gassed.
Getting a look underneath as Trice is the freshest player on the court. Drive inside. Olivia Smith gets fouled. She'll go to the line, so that will at least buy you a little bit of time to breathe. But you want to save these timeouts for as long as you can. Tupelo does have 4 of them.
Do we have a TV timeout, commercial timeout?
Unfortunately, I don't think we get those here in basketball like we do in, maybe fortunately, right?
We
like we do in football.
Need some oxygen on the sideline.
2:35 to go in this contest. Smith to the line, makes the first. 48-45. 2:35 left. Some subs coming in as Siddell will make her way back in. She is limping a little bit after going down along the baseline. Now 48-46, I should say, after that free throw make. And it's 2:35 remaining. Here's the second free throw from Olivia Smith after the substitution. Hits off the front of the rim, no, and rebounded by the Lady Jackets. Take away for Siddell. Underneath the basket, shot up, nothing there. We get a whistle and a jump ball possession arrow for Tupelo. And Siddell got thwacked underneath the basket. Didn't get the call, but Tupelo earns the possession arrow. We knew it was going to be physical, and we're getting a timeout here from Coach Justice.
Yeah.
And it certainly has been. 2:27 left for this contest.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter, 48-46, Tupelo trailing Starkville. Tupelo will have the ball after Coach Justice burns the timeout. Again, they're brought to you by Always Real Estate. If you're in the market for buying or selling your home, contact your local Always Real Estate agent at 662-213-0897.
Yeah, Tupelo just can't get a foul these last few minutes. Starkville has 4. Tupelo has 4 fouls against them to Starkville 1.
It isn't for lack of trying either.
It's been a lot of contact and just a no call.
Sometimes that happens, though. You just got to play through it, and I think this team's doing a good job of doing that. As even a mild-mannered head coach like Coach Justice is discussing things with referees about every other trip down the floor.
Yeah, if he had a towel tonight, I think he would have took it off by now.
Yeah.
He's fired up.
Well, buddy, yours would have been too, I think, at this point, right?
Yeah, I'm moving around in my seat as well, like I'm coaching.
Lamont wiggling around in the seat. That's what everybody's doing here in blue and gold. 48-46. Again, our coverage tonight presented by Super Chicks, locations in Flowood and in Tupelo. Be sure to support them as they have supported our broadcast here of the Lady Wave on this run to the championship game. 2:27 remaining as we reset things. Tupelo trailing 48-46 to Starkville. Trying to repeat as state champions. They're going to have to do it in comeback fashion late in this contest.
I think that was a great timeout right there just to give us a breather. We've been playing so hard to catch up, and we're having to get out in transition to try to beat them down, so we needed that time out there.
Baseline inbound coming for the Golden Wave as Norfleet will be set to trigger it in. And she will get it up top to Siddell. That ball nearly taken away, but Tupelo back with it. Norfleet in the corner with the basketball. Now she will drive in, out to Crump. Rucker, wide open three, left wing. Comes out, knocked it home.
Playoff Jade.
Playoff Jade has Tupelo out in front, 49-48 with 2:10 to go in this contest.
Defense setting up how to get this rebound right here.
Sierra Warren out along the perimeter. This is Zariah Brown inside and a whistle. She'll go to the line. That's
be free throws.
It's going to be 2. She made the shot, but she'll go to the line as that's the 5th. Foul situation, 5-1 in favor of Starkville. They've only committed the 1 foul in the quarter. Tupelo's committed now their 5th, so free throws coming. And they get 2 here. Zariah Brown to the line. There's no 1-and-1. Started that last season.
I think that's Caden's 5th foul, maybe.
They're trying to discuss. I will say there was a change, as we noted earlier. They had charged a foul to Siddell earlier. Maybe Siddell's 5th. Not sure. No. Actually, they're saying that was just the 4th foul. So no free throw attempt this trip. So the next one will send Starkville to the line. 1:57 to go in the 4th. Tupelo up 49-48. Gay has it in the left corner. Now around. Left wing, back up to the top of the key to Sierra Warren. Sierra Warren has made a couple of threes. They go low post. Entry to Gay. She'll turn around, put it off the glass and in. Starkville back in front with 1:42 left, 50-49. Rucker around to Olivia Smith. Head fake, drive, baseline, spinning, back out to Rucker. Rucker, a little hesitation, shot up, and she's fouled and go to the line. Tupelo with 2 makes here would go back out in front, trailing 50-49 with their Dandy Dozen nominee. And Jade Rucker to the line for 2. Only had 5 in the first half, but Ramonchi's heated up in the second.
17.
Makes the first. She's at 18 now. Tied up at 50. 1:30 remaining in this contest. Second one won't go, and it's Edwards with the rebound.
Another tie. Going to come down to free throws here, I think.
1:20.
Who can get these rebounds?
Getting the low post to Edwards. A little turnaround. No, off the glass. Battle for the board. Saved from Crump, but she'll say she's out. Referee on that sideline.
And Starkville bigs just push you so far under the rim. Makes it so hard.
Put you in the parking lot, don't
to grab it.
50-50, 1:14 remaining. Starkville goes cross court. Now back up to the top of the key. Sierra Warren, shot blocked, but it'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. That was Smith again with the block. Floater middle of the lane, no, but a put back by Gay. That's offline. Jariah Edwards on a 4th try will get it. 52-50 and under a minute left. Tupelo back with the basketball.
Here comes Norfleet.
Norfleet with it, right wing. Driving into a crowd, back out. Rucker, shot fake, drives inside, up and in to tie it back up from about 10 feet out.
Playoff Jade.
52-52 with 40 seconds left.
Who can get a stop?
Going to try to pressure the basketball. I think Coach Justice is wanting them to come out. 30 seconds.
Crank up the vice grip.
Starkville content to hold this out for the final shot of the quarter.
I wanted them to give him an open shot, though.
18 seconds.
They're trying to hold it for the last shot.
He's wanting to come out and guard Sierra Warren.
Are they going to take a shot?
There. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Warren drives inside, lost the basketball, and turnover. Tupelo has it, but there's only a 9/10 of a second left.
You got to throw it down the court. Throw it all the way down. 0.9 seconds.
52-52.
Don't throw it in right there.
Norfleet at the buzzer, no shot off the backboard. It didn't go anyway, so we're heading to overtime in the first championship game of the weekend.
Why not?
52-52. And I said on the way in, let's try to make it not nerve-wracking. Greg said, I said it couldn't be any worse. Greg said, well, we could go to overtime. Well, folks, 4 quarters wasn't enough to do it, so let's do it again. All square at 52. Let's get our bearings. Take a commercial break. State championship on the line. Coverage presented by Super Chicks. Tied at 52, heading into overtime.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Overtime getting ready to start. Let's take a Eat With Us stat update with Greg.
Starkville now leads on the boards 49-34. As we talked about earlier, Rucker with a double-double, 20 points and 11 rebounds. Gay with a double-double for Starkville, 15 points, 16 rebounds. Zariah Brown, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Tupelo shooting 20 of 56, 6 of 20 from three-point, but 6 of 13 at the foul line. Starkville 21 of 61, 4 of 25 from 3, 6 of 13 from the foul line.
Thank you with that, Greg. As Eat With Us stat update, jump ball controlled by the Lady Wave. Olivia Smith has it as we begin overtime here in the 7A championship. Smith, floater, won't go. She gets a putback, got hit on the way up. No foul, and it will stay with the Lady Wave. Vermont, nothing inside getting called for Starkville.
Still can't buy a foul this second half yet.
Tied at 52 as we just started overtime. It's only a 4-minute quarter, half of a regular quarter. As if these girls weren't tired enough, right? Smith out around to Rucker. Rucker right wing.
ISO Jade.
Lost her dribble, and they said she traveled before the contact. Had to pull up right around the free throw line and traveled. 52-52, Starkville have the basketball.
Trying to go into a patented spin move. Got caught with an extra step that time.
Starkville will break that pressure, get it up the court, into Gay. You heard the slap. It's going to be a foul on Rucker. As Gay will go to the free throw line. It hasn't been a happy place so far for Jada Gay, but she'll get there and pick up a foul on Rucker. And
Jada's giving nothing up easy on the inside.
Rucker has 20 points, but now has 4 fouls. And that one hits the back of the rim and rattles around and goes down for Jada Gay.
Looking to earn it at the line.
Jada Gay has had a night, 16 rebounds. She makes both there. Starkville back in front, 54-52, 3:26 to go in overtime. Norfleet, left wing, has the basketball into the corner to Rucker. Rucker guarded closely by Zariah Brown. Drives inside, pulls up, with contact, she'll go to the line. Now, I will say, Ramon, she was losing that basketball when she shoved that ball forward. Lucky there that they didn't call either a jump ball or just let it play.
Yeah, they owed us that one.
Rucker to the free throw line. I'm sure a lot of folks in gold and blue saying that as Rucker's first free throw, a friendly rim, bounces around and in. And now we'll have another free throw as Smith and Crump will switch spots and try to box out here in case of a miss. Rucker's second. Nothing but net that time, and she's at 22 points to lead all scorers. Starkville has 3 in double digits. 15 the most for Gay. 3:04 remaining in overtime, tied at 54.
Good block.
Starkville has her shot blocked. That was Rucker again. Tupelo run out, 2-on-2 underneath the Norfleet. Rebound, no. Norfleet makes that 9 out of 10 times, but a near takeaway, and it is a steal for the moment for the Lady Wave. Siddell has it. Now Smith up, and it's blocked. Last touch by Starkville. It'll stay with Tupelo. Starkville did a great job there, knocking that out and ending that tempo.
They'll miss the bunny right there up under the goal.
Nadia, that's not like her. 2:42 left, and Coach Justice doing us all a service here and calling timeout, letting us breathe for a minute. 2:42 to go in overtime, 54-54. And remind you have to wonder, too, with Starkville being content with controlling on their end of the floor, how many possessions you're going to have. You need to try to get up here as early as you can because they don't want to rush.
No, they want to hold the ball. They'll hold it for 2 minutes and 42 seconds. So I think it was a good time out there. He knowing that every possession counts this time. We want to make sure that we get a good shot attempt up.
2:42 left. Again, our coverage presented by Super Chicks. If you're just tuning in, you missed a good one. Lady Wave and Starkville here in the 7A State Championship in Jackson. Tupelo going for their third title in school history and trying to win back-to-back for the first time ever. Certainly played well enough in this second half to deserve a victory after a slow start in this contest, and right now it's anybody's game.
Yeah, been an uphill battle. Expended a lot of energy to get it back and tie this game up. Now we're trying to overcome this overtime deficit. I think we can pull it out right here. Coach Justice drawing up a play right there out of the timeout.
And I think when you've been rotating 6 or 7 players, you need to give them a break, let them have a sip of water and get a refresh here. 2:42 to go in overtime, still tied at 54.
Absolutely. I remember sometimes just taking a foul so I can catch my breath.
Corner inbound here for Tupelo under their own basket. Close, long into that 5-second call, and it'll be their Norfleet, their star guard here with the basketball at the center.
Starkville back in that zone,
Rucker
packing it in.
Like that. Smith gets it to Rucker underneath the Crump. There's a lot of contact there, but Crump will get the basket. She got moved from her spot on that shot, made it. It's 56-54. Coach Justice saying probably should have been an extra free throw there for Crump.
Yeah.
Tupelo in front, 56-54. You hear a defense chant. Everybody too nervous to chant too loudly. A little jumper from the elbow. That's short from Warren. Rebounded by Edwards, but Nadia Norfleet there to take it away from behind her. Tupelo trying to push. Norfleet inside, ton of contact, can't get the layup, but she'll go to the line. Norfleet can get a basketball up for a shot attempt from anywhere.
Anytime, anywhere.
From Hattiesburg to Jackson to Tupelo to
pick a spot.
Itabena, right? She can do it anywhere.
Hey, Coach Justice is
Norfleet to the line. Makes the first. Tupelo with space here, now leading by 3.
Lock this one down, make it a 2-possession game.
1:54 left, and that's what Norfleet does. Makes the second. Coach Justice calling another timeout. Biggest lead of the game for the Golden Wave, and what better time than now to have it with 1:54 to go here in overtime in Jackson. Now the Tupelo fans with a little bit of a gap. And I will say, Greg pointing out, the Tupelo side bouncing around over here. Got the pom-poms up in the air. Starkville sitting with their hands at their sides as they dominated this game early, but Tupelo has scrapped their way to a 3-point lead here in overtime. 4-point lead at 58-54 after those 2 makes from Norfleet. The timeout brought to you by Always Real Estate. If you're in the market for buying or selling your home, contact your local Always Real Estate agent at 662-213-0897. I will say this, regardless of what happens in this game, what a journey for that senior group for the Lady Wave. They do not give up, man.
Absolutely.
You hear a "Hey Go Wave" echoing off the roof.
Can we tighten the vice grip just a little bit more? Lock in on defense right here. Hey, I think if we get a stop and get a rebound right here, that'll put us in great position.
58-54, and Tupelo wanting to ramp up pressure. Now they'll back out of it with 1:50 to go here in overtime. They get it down in the low post. Franklin, shot won't go. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by the Lady Wave. Rucker gets it out to Smith. Now a run out. Tupelo's got a 3-on-1 if they want to try it. They'll pull it back.
Let's slow it down. Make them foul us.
Crump back out to Smith. Now Norfleet. And now Coach Justice says let's run some clock. 1:25 left. Norfleet driving, middle of the lane. She'll wiggle back out. Right in front of Coach Justice, off to the left side, well beyond the three-point line. Going to try to burn some clock. Rucker has it. Minute 10. Minute 10. Rucker got wrapped up there, but no whistle. Man, how do they not call that out there that far?
They
now
don't.
Norfleet with it.
If they don't foul, we'll keep going.
Coach Justice wants a timeout.
We do not have to shoot the ball.
1 minute left. Tupelo ball, 58-54. So maybe let's see what they're saying
What did they call? I think they might call a travel.
Must have. It's going to go back to Starkville here. So a turnover on Tupelo. Don't know.
I missed the travel.
Tupelo's got timeouts. They looked around like the timeout situation. They go in the low post. Franklin's knocked the ball knocked out of her hand, or make that Edwards. Zariah Edwards. Big post. She gets down there and gains position. They feed it to her right away. They know where to go with the ball, but Tupelo's swarming. If you put it up above her head over the Tupelo defenders, she's got a chance, but they're throwing it chest high to her right at the letters. Jumper won't go. That time it was from Edwards. Tupelo gets the long rebound. Norfleet has it.
I'll go with it.
Need to create a little bit more separation. Norfleet to Crump, and Crump is fouled.
Let's knock the free throws down right here.
Cadence Crump will go to the line with 41 seconds to go here in overtime. 58-54, Tupelo out in front. And they'll send Zero to the line. The junior post.
Let's go Zero. Free throw will make you a hero.
First after a couple of dribbles from Crump.
Bang.
Good. That's why you practice. Knock that one down. 59-54. 41 seconds in overtime. Crump has a second to come. Second one good as well. Make it 60-54, Lady Wave with 39 seconds.
Rebound right here. Shot, hands up.
Watch that three. Warren
Make them
has
work
the
it.
ball, top of the key. It's on the way and in.
By Warren.
And a timeout called by Wilbanks. They set it up, just a little give, and popped it right back to her, and she got in position, knocked it down. And we have an always real estate timeout, but it's the way you draw it up. He went down 6, hit a 3, and called timeout. And it's about as smooth as you can get with 31 seconds. But for Tupelo now, hold on to the basketball, make them foul you. And you would like for them to foul one of your two. Dandy does it.
Yeah, I want the ball in Nadia's hand or Jay's hand. Both of them have been knocking free throws down.
Okay, so Starkville has options here. They can defend for a bit. How much do they want to extend this basketball game, do you think, though? They want to get in that position where they can extend this thing, or let it run down 11 or so seconds to try to get a steal?
Absolutely. So I'm looking for them to come out in the full court press. We always say, hey, try to get that first trap. If they get out of the trap, you go ahead and immediately foul.
60-57, 31.3 on the clock here in overtime. Tupelo on top of Starkville in the 7A state championship game. Tupelo will stack in a line right at half court. Sedell will trigger it in, and they will spread out off of that inbound and get it to Nadia Norfleet. Now the biggest key, get it up past half court. Norfleet trying to do that.
Plenty of time.
She's double teamed in the corner, and Coach Justice gets a timeout. Nadia got about 3/4 of the way there. Got held up by a double team, and that was good defense that time for Starkville to stop the ball without fouling. And 23 seconds. Tupelo only had about 3.3 seconds to get that thing across half court, and Nadia was about to be trapped. So
yeah, just ran out of real estate. Able to come up with a trap right there on the side.
23.3. Again, always real estate supplying our timeouts. If you're in the market for buying or selling your home, contact your local Always Real Estate agent at 662-213-0897. Why would you want to leave Tupelo, though? Just stay there. Don't move out of Tupelo if you're tuned in from there.
Absolutely.
But if you want to buy a house in Tupelo or the surrounding area, you can do that. 60-57. And Herman, an opportunity here.
Got to get the ball in here, set some good screens. And what we say, you got to meet, you got to come to the ball, you got to shorten your passes to make sure that they don't get any deflections here.
Sedell will enter it in. It's going to be a senior throwing it in for the Lady Wave. Both teams in the bonus as far as fouls go. They triggered into Smith. Smith gets fouled underneath the basket. Actually, they're going to call a travel on Smith as she was pulled toward the baseline. 20 seconds to go. Starkville's going to have a chance. She stopped because she thought she was about to get fouled. Instead, she traveled. And now Starkville will bring it up the floor. Warren with a chance here. Starkville trailing by 3. And nearly a takeaway. Rucker getting the hands up with 13.4. Odd sequence there, Ramon, with the contact, but got to keep playing. Tupelo has 1 timeout left. Starkville has 3. They need 3 points, more than they need the 3 timeouts. 13.4, Tupelo on top in overtime. Try to get it into Warren. Instead, they'll get it to Williams. Now it's Sierra Warren, right wing. Williams around, nearly a takeaway, but a
travel
turnover and a travel. Back to Tupelo on the right wing. Tupelo was going to have a steal anyway with Siddell getting that ball, but now Siddell will take it. Almost makes it worse here because now you got to inbound it. Tupelo with the basketball, 9.4 in overtime, leading 60-57. They'll work it into Rucker with 8 seconds.
No, don't
She'll
give it
throw
up
it up to Siddell up past half court. So Siddell will go to the line with 5.7. But right there, Ramon, even with the back to the basket, they were going to have to come foul Jade Rucker. Instead, Siddell will go to the line.
Yeah, was able to run a few more seconds off. We need 1 to go down right here to make this a 2-possession game.
5.7. And Bailey Siddell has battled through an injury here even tonight and makes the first to go up 61-57, and that was huge.
Huge right there.
55.7 seconds, I should say, with 61-57 lead. Now
Ice
make it
cold
62
Bailey.
for 57. 5 seconds. Starkville will inbound it. Tupelo saying don't foul. Starkville will put up a shot, but it don't matter. For the second year in a row, 7A is golden for the Tupelo Golden Wave. Final here inside the Big House, 62-57. What a ball game.
What a game by the Wave.
Incredible to get back here not only the 3 times, but to win it now the last 2. What a game played here to start this tournament as another gold ball is coming back to Tupelo High School, and the Lady Wave will celebrate throughout the night. It'll be a party tomorrow and throughout the night in Tupelo all the way home.
Let's go
well.
Wave.
Incredible performance, great battle by Starkville. Somebody had to win this game. It may as well have been the Lady Wave.
Absolutely. What a great game. Hey, I think they made big adjustments. They didn't get discouraged when they got down. They just kept playing hard, was able to speed Starkville up and made them play the Tupelo way and chip at this lead and come back and win the game.
29-4 is what the Lady Wave finished on the 2025 season, and getting ready to hand out some hardware. Greg's going to get some of those stats together for us as the hardware is getting set to be delivered. They're going to go through all the post-game rotations, which will become almost factory-like throughout all the classifications, but Little Special being the first one. Tupelo was the first 7A champion last year, and they're going to be the second 7A champion on the girls' side as well. Greg compiling statistics down there for us as we speak, and we'll stay here with you for the celebration. And Greg, you ready over there? Good to go. We'll head over to Greg Ellis.
There's one stat that matters more than any that I'm looking at, and it's the final score, 62-57. What an incredible comeback. I was told, Ramon, at one point, look at the 2 benches. You see experience and composure and poise, and you saw another bench that just looked rattled. To give credit to all to Tupelo. Looking at the stats, she's tough, Rucker.
That's right.
Didn't have her best game at all the other day, Monday morning here. She comes back with an amazing double-double, 22 points, 12 rebounds, 7 of 20 shooting, knocked down 2 huge three-pointers. Also Siddell, 10 rebounds. Olivia Smith, 12 points. Nadia Norfleet, 14 points.
And a ton of that in the second half.
And a ton in the second half. And they forced 16 turnovers. Starkville had. Tupelo only had 14 turnovers. And you look at the second chance points, yes, we closed the gap on the rebounds 49-42 going into the fourth quarter. They had 14 more rebounds than we did. And we were able to get some second chance points, 11 for the game, 9 in that fourth quarter. That was huge.
Just incredible for the Lady Wave as, again, they go back to back to win the state championship. As Dr. Pete Coos, Tupelo Public School District Superintendent, coming by.
He's used to these championships now between football, basketball, and cross country.
That's right.
So.
We're becoming the gold standard down here.
That's right.
In Jackson. But, yeah, just incredible comeback for the Lady Wave as they've taken their picture around the banner. And, man, that game had everything. Adversity, even had us an overtime for the win, which makes it even that much sweeter, Greg, whenever you have to work that hard for it.
And look at this. In the second, of course, Tupelo never got the lead until the third quarter. 11 lead changes midway through the third quarter to the end of the game. How about that? That just shows composure.
Swinging. Yeah.
And this was a great basketball game. Kudos to Starkville. They came out, they landed the first punch and
first 8.
Yeah, the first 8. Yeah. And then here comes Tupelo. Nothing bothers them. It's absolutely amazing.
I'm interested to know what was the largest lead for Tupelo in the game?
Here it was 6 points for Tupelo, and then they had a 13-point was their biggest lead.
So another one where they've come from behind inside of this Coliseum. It's hard to do it with the pressure on you, and somehow, as you said, they continue to just fight back. And you had cross-country, football, and now the Lady Wave of Tupelo repeating here as the state champions. And it's just incredible. 29 wins on the season, most in the Coach Justice era. You win 29 games. You see a lot of teams, and we've talked about this, they win 29, 30 games, and they lose in the semifinal or something. That didn't happen with this group.
Not that. Great night for Tupelo.
Great night for Tupelo, and we'll continue our post-game coverage after this quick break. Thanks to Greg there for that score update brought to you by Eat With Us. Take a quick break. We will be back and talk more with Rahman about this championship victory as Tupelo wins at 62-57. This is Tupelo basketball on the Golden Wave Sports Network. Again, hang with us. We'll be right back after this.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
It took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch.
Welcome back to the Golden Wave Sports Network. That trophy lifted up as We Are the Champions plays in the backdrop, and that's the way you want your season to end. And for the second consecutive year, it'll end that way for the blue and gold of Tupelo, and it's just been incredible to see this group of seniors especially, and all the players that have stepped up. But Nadia Norfleet in there with that group, along with Jade Rucker, Trinity Judon, Bailey Siddell, and Cabria Garth. Sahaya Reagan also out there as a senior playing her final game. Not many people get to have their careers at the high school level end with a championship.
No way. I think what came down to the difference in that game was just experience. Like I said, Tupelo's been here time after time, and they didn't get rattled. They just kept fighting. They kept fighting and broke through and just pulled it off right there at the end. Man, what a great game. Two great teams, two great programs. Hey, man, kudos to Coach Justice and the Tupelo Lady Wave. I think Coach Justice is coming over for an interview.
I believe he is. Coach.
Man, congrats, Coach.
Yeah, he's going to go do his TV interview, and he might come back over here with us. But, yeah, he is excited. I'll give you that.
Absolutely.
Just incredible here as he's going to get his TV time. We're just trying to wrangle him in for radio. But we might be able to get him here in just a minute. Again, Tupelo victorious, 62-57.
I think he saves all his energy to the big house. He's usually calm and poised, but these last two games he's been up coaching up and down the sidelines, yelling just laying it all out there for these kids.
Tupelo wins it as we see this 2-7A championship in the boys' side get set to begin. It'll be Madison Central against Germantown in that one. Glance at some of the other stats in this matchup. Overtime, Tupelo won that by a margin of 10-5. So really much more composed. I felt like overtime was big for them because they were so gassed in the second half. Really no one left the floor. Trice would swap in and out at times, but other than that, it was pretty much all hands go on board for the Lady Wave with the starters.
Yeah, he didn't really have many subs. Just went with his starters right there for the most of the game until a couple of them got in foul trouble. And like you said, you just have to call a timeout every now and then just to let them catch their breath.
So Tupelo victorious. If you're just tuning in, you're a little late for the game, but you're here for the party.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's worth it. 62-57 in overtime. Again, our broadcast coverage has been presented by Super Chicks. We'll remind you, we do have a doubleheader coming up on Saturday on the Golden Wave Sports Network with baseball playing Jackson Prep, who's ranked nationally, as well as Hernando on Saturday. 12 and 5 are when Tupelo will play. Tupelo will play Jackson Prep at 12 o'clock on the Golden Wave Sports Network right here on the video side of things. And then they will play Hernando at 5 o'clock. Hernando and Jackson Prep will play in the middle game at around 3. But it's going to be a fun one, but a party here in Jackson. As we said, Tupelo finishing off Starkville 62-57. We're trying to hang around here and see if we can't wrangle in Coach Justice as he's getting interviewed on the TV side for a moment. We also don't want to keep him away from a celebration in that locker room because those are precious moments as well.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll come back.
Yeah, we may not get him back. We got him for a handshake. But Ramon, it's hard to put this into perspective what the Lady Wave have done over the last 3 seasons.
Yes, it's just like
75 and 18.
Man, that's huge, and it's so hard to get back here every year, and every season is different. It comes with its own challenges. You know, last year they seemed like they had a whole bunch of losses at the beginning of the season and kind of ramped it up at the end. This year we started out great, and then we had a whole bunch of injuries, so your starters didn't get a whole lot of time to play together until right here at the end, and they were able to put it together, you know, and just pull off another championship. And I think experience played a big part in that. Yeah, that experienced group, especially the guards, Nadia Norfleet and Jade Rucker. Again, congratulations to them on fantastic careers as they move on to play at the next level, but they get to savor a little bit more celebrating with their teammates. I'm sure they'll be playing in a few postseason games representing Tupelo as well. But just a lot of fun here from the Big House. We've had some great moments here this trip. Some great games. Great moments, and it's always fun to call these games.
Yeah, we're glad to have Greg Ellis on board doing our updates there in between the quarters, and always with you, Ramon. Need to get you on for more stuff. We're winning championships. We're 2 for 2 with you on air with us.
Absolutely. So the last 2 years I've been wearing this blue polo shirt and these khakis. I think they're good luck. So we haven't lost with them when I have these on.
We got to keep it going. I've put on my championship white 4 Horsemen Tupelo pullover
there you go.
For this one to bring back last year's good mojo as well. So again, we're going to get set to wrap things up. I hate to go off air because this is it. We don't get to play another game. As fun as that one was.
Yes.
Thank goodness we don't have to play a series, right?
There you go.
We'll certainly just take the championship and head on back up the road. But for everybody tuned in, we thank you as always for tuning in no matter what the sport. And we appreciate Super Chicks for sponsoring us during this playoff run. And also our sponsors at Always Real Estate. If you're in the market for buying or selling your home, contact your local Always Real Estate agent at 662-213-0897. The final here from the Big House. The Lady Wave victorious over Starkville 62-57. They go back-to-back for state titles and win their 3rd in school history. We thank you for tuning in. Hope you have a safe rest of your week. Hope you don't party too much, right? Celebrate safely as we celebrate 2 in a row. Thank you for tuning in, and good night from Jackson.
Go Wave.
Dylan Hutton and Ramon Gary signing off.